total for the Mustangs over the weekend as Ryan Finn steps in. El Cajon, California. From the right side. Back on top of the clamshell. It is visible to me already in the first two hitters that Larry Lee said, guys, we can't go up there and start let's go hacking.
Right.
I mean, sometimes you just got to be aggressive. When you're struggling to score, you got to go start being aggressive.
And that's what we were just talking about with being established number one as a pitcher. Well, now you've seen two batters go up there and swing at the first pitch.
The ball hitting.
I think it hit his bat.
Or it hit the bat, one of the two.
Well, he didn't move anywhere. He didn't go anywhere.
So it's 0-2.
He didn't act like it hurt.
See right here in slow motion.
Go above the hands? Yeah. Went
Just
above the hands.
Above the hands and hit
almost
the bat.
hit on the barrel.
But it's 0-2.
I was saying you establish number one as a pitcher. Well, now maybe you can throw that changeup or breaking ball first pitch and get quicker outs.
Went with the fastball, missed away.
Even then, the best pitch in baseball is a well-placed fastball.
Well, it has been since 1869 when the game was created. The 1-2. Slider just misses down. And the count goes even. Steals at first base, will run a little bit. He's 1 for 2 on the year. Howard set. Not running. Line drive, right field. Ballou has it. Steele's trying to make his way to third. This throw is on line. This is going to be close. Got him. What an outstanding throw, Max Ballou.
I'm surprised Steele would even try that. I mean, you got it trying to be aggressive, trying to get to third where anything can get you in, but I think you saw Max Ballou kind of wait for it, but we know what kind of arm Max Ballou has out there. Not only is it a strong arm, very accurate with that throw.
You can hang a star on this one.
Yeah, he was back with that strong arm and right on the money, and look at Peyton Powell stay right down there with it.
Well, that'll change if you're a pitcher, doesn't it? You're thinking, oh man, I got first and third, nobody out. Now you got an out.
Well, yeah. I mean, now you're one pitch away from getting out of the inning with a double play.
Stafford steps in. Good player. Talked about him all weekend. He is off to a slow start. Only 4 for 25 on the year. He is a better offensive player than that one. An outstanding catcher. It's just been a struggle here early for him to get something going offensively. On the ground, there's that double play ball. To second, to first. Get out of the frame. Houdini, look at you. You're predicting.
Didn't fare too well in his first start of the season. Has made 2 appearances before this, but this is just his second start. Hasn't walked a hitter. 4-pitch mix, and
I like that last line.
The big inning.
Yep.
When you're struggling offensively to score runs, you can't afford to let crooked numbers get on that scoreboard.
I think that's a really good note. Well, JT's not struggling. He's 4 for 8 in the series. He steps in here. 2-run homer yesterday.
Joe Cruz called a 22nd timeout. He went to the shoulders.
Oh, the 22nd timeout. Okay.
He had a new glove. Brian Stafford got him a new mitt back there.
You always got to have a gamer and a backup. I'm set as JT steps in. 4 for 8 in the series. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. Greg, you were here before I got here this morning, but the first thing you looked at me when I got down into the dugout, watched a little BP, it says, offensive day, wind blowing out. So it's a day when you love to hit. This is outside. Count evens at 1-1. Off speed, misses outside from Baum. Left side, back out of play.
A good fastball. Throw change-ups, fastballs to lefties. He'll get that slider to right-handers going away from him. In the low 90s, that was 91 from Baum.
The 2-2. Downstairs, and the count goes full.
Yesterday, we saw Stephen Brooks throw some off-speed 3-2. Even did it first batter of the game to Jared Thomas.
The payoff to Thomas. Misses down and away. JT sets the table with a really good quality at bat.
Went to the changeup right there, 3-2. Started out too far away. Fish weren't biting.
Fifth time this season that JT has walked to go with all of his base hits. And Peyton Powell, second team in 2023 in the Big 12. Preseason, all Big 12 in 24. They're over. Thomas back in safely. Always a threat to run. 4 bags on the season so far. As Powell steps in. His 12 RBIs, tied for first in the Big 12. Downstairs. You pitch behind these first 2 guys in the Texas lineup, you're asking for trouble.
Texas been taking good at bats. I mean, that's first pitch slider, laying off pitches and working counts themselves.
Bomb set, checking Thomas. Off speed, misses outside. Great hitters count here at 2-0. Do you challenge?
Kind of have to. Off speed hasn't got one over the plate yet. So I think you got to challenge him right here. Something away.
Big swing and a miss. Did not get cheated there at 2-0.
Challenged him and got away with that one.
Powell does a great job using his flexibility and rhythm. Let's see. Sets himself. Good weight transfer. Left side back out of play and the count even.
Kind of difficult down there. Got a left-handed glove on, but had a child in the left arm. Couldn't make the grab.
Up and away. I would think Thomas will be off at this pitch. First 2 batters, 3-2 counts.
Good contact hitter. See if Jared's in motion right here.
Powell does not swing and miss very often. Thinking right along with us.
And usually if he does swing and miss, it's a breaking ball in the dirt, so it's still a good pitch to take off on right here. He doesn't chase too many.
Bomb set. Thomas ready. Powell ready. Throw again. You said yesterday, I learned from you, a left-hander, you could see 3 right-handers, it doesn't make any difference. Correct? Is that what I took from my lesson yesterday?
Situations like this where he was leaning a little bit right there. Right-hander could possibly get him with a 3rd move.
Good. He did. You are hot. Zeke, you're hot.
Well, he kind of quick moved him right there. Jared was just getting an extra step out there.
The 5th throw over
in this
got
at bat.
Yeah.
Jared was just getting out there with a lead and caught him off balance and couldn't get back to the base.
Zeke, you got any predictions on tonight's basketball games or something? You're hot. Into center. Powell continues to prove just outstanding job of staying back and dropping the head of the bat right down on the baseball. 7-game hitting streak for Powell. Brings Porter Brown to the plate. Veteran senior from San Antonio, transfer. TCU steps in. Trying to get it going. Slider in under the hands right there for strike one.
And you start to struggle a little bit offensively. You start maybe being too aggressive.
Pressing.
Start pressing a little bit.
Start to press the issue. The 0-1. And that's what happens to you. You swing at one, and then you take one right down the middle, and you look up and you're 0-2. Upstairs, 1-2. Just gets a piece of it. We'll do it again at 1-2. 80 degrees on the big board. It has been another outstanding crowd. Well over 7,000 Friday night. Last night, over 8,000 people here in the Dish.
It's been a great weekend. Crowd's been into it. Texas with 2 shutouts this weekend.
Up and away, 2-2.
It's been a while since there has been 8,000 in a regular season game.
This is outside, and again, another 3-2 count here.
3 batters, 3-2 counts.
7th pitch of the at-bat, 19th of the ball game already by Baum. Those over. Powell back in safely. Upstairs, ball 4. 2 walks and a base hit. Then the pickoff looms large as Flores comes to the plate. Sophomore from San Antonio, Longhorn shortstop. 2 for 6 in the series. 20th pitch of the inning coming.
Started out the last 2 with sliders to the lefties. I look for him again right here with the right-handers, thinking Flores could be aggressive here at the first pitch.
Inside step move, throws back to second. It's been good with runners in scoring position so far this season. 4 for 10. 304 overall as he steps in. Is that breaking ball just as you predicted?
I need to get the ball.
What are the lotto numbers?
I need to get the ball. I need to be on the mound right now.
I need some lotto numbers, Zeke. You think anything out loud, I'll write them down as you say them.
21, 21, 21, 21.
Okay. Long pause, the 0-1. Misses outside. Hitters count now 2-1. What is that O-line? There is no defense for the base on balls.
Well, then your defense gets on their heels, just kind of slows the game down.
Slider, he did drop that one in there for a strike.
I mean, off speed is what he's been able to get over the plate here in the first inning. Fastballs have been a little struggle.
Right side, back out of play. That was the first time we've seen him get a fastball in the proper location there.
I look for him to go back to the off speed right here. Change the eye level. Go back downstairs.
The 2-2. Got him. Change speeds. 4 is out in front. That's a huge strikeout.
Yeah, just straight change right there from Baum. Yeah. Good location right below the bat.
That brings Jack O'Dowd, senior, Nashville, Tennessee, will step in. Chopped it off his foot. That hurt. Even though you're wearing that pad, sometimes it misses that shin and catches the top of that foot.
Even if it doesn't, even if it hits the pad, it's still going to stun you a little bit.
It cuts the top of the pad on his shin. Oof. There'll be an ice cube or two on that after the game. Challenged him upstairs. Quickly, it's 0-2. Oh, I'm a pitch away from getting out of this.
Very methodical this inning.
It's been laborious. This is his 28th pitch of the inning. Chased a high, hard one. Back-to-back strikeouts. Longhorns come up empty. Great crowd. Joe York will lead it off against Cody Howard here in a 0-0 game. Both teams got some action in that first inning and came up empty. First pitch in there to York. Senior from Campbell, California. A good offensive player. Longhorns have kept in check all weekend. Downstairs. Old school. No batting gloves.
Pants up. Stirrups.
Yeah. Little stick 'em. Tied him up inside. See the numbers on the year. It's been a slow start. The 1-2. Missed outside with the heater.
They've been getting him this weekend with that tailing fastball away from him. That one just a little too far away.
Howard's 2-2. Off of the foot, foul. Howard touches the bag. They're going to call him out. They're going to say the ball did not hit.
Joe says it hit his foot.
They want to review this.
They might go to review it. It does seem weird how the ball went up like it did at that angle. You think if it had hit the ground, it would have went.
Had to get a piece of York.
Would have went more out to the infield.
Chance to see it again right here in slow motion. It had to catch him right there.
It doesn't look like it did.
On the knee, right there on top of his shin. Yeah, it had to catch him right there. It changes directions right there. You can see it going. So They're going to call it out. Not going to review it. That's a break for Texas.
I think that might have been some of the sand we were looking at right there. It is weird.
The ball changed directions.
It is weird how it just went right where it did, where Cody Howard did a good job looking into the sun and then finishing the play.
That goes, if you're scoring 1-3 on the putout.
1U.
1U.
He ran it over there.
Just took it himself. Hey, look at him. Floyd will step in. Bakersfield, California native. Pitch misses outside with a slider. Four for 14 to start his season. Got some pop. Catches the outer half of the zone. Count evens. Back off the screen.
Better watch out. They come right back at him by home plate off the screen.
Look at the production in the top 3 hitters in this lineup over the weekend, and then the bottom 6 hitters.
Texas done a good job on the bump.
Misses outside. Count evens. Looking ahead, Tuesday night, St. John's comes to town. They're playing down in Houston this weekend. Make their way up tomorrow. Take on the Longhorns. That fastball inside corner, frozen. First strikeout for Howard.
Well placed fastball. Fastball right at the knees, right inside, downhill. That got out of his hand pretty good right there.
Yeah. Hoyland will step in. Backwards K from the left side. Cam. Renton, Washington native, will step in. First pitch in there for a strike. Slider down and in. Back up the middle. Flores gets to it. Can he get an out? That is just outstanding. Put a star on it. They may review it, but you can put a star on that play if it stands for the out.
Oh, we've got to go up the middle. From our angle, it doesn't look like he's even going to get to the baseball. You see it good right here. He's going to go down and slide and then make a strong throw on his way up. That's a very close play down there. Called out, but I think we are going to have another
They're going to take a look at it.
Our second review.
Second already.
Yeah. Very athletic, all-in-one motion, comes up firing. Jared Thomas stretching way out there.
Excited about it. That was a heck of an effort if this stands for an out, as this play is under review. First base.
And regardless, safe or out, Texas wants him to be out. That play again. You talked about his hitting in the series and how he's coming along with that. The defense, to me as well, is improving each game. Yeah, that's not even close.
Yep. This is going to be reversed. You're hot this weekend. You're 5 for 5. You're saying 6 for 6 here, and that it's going to be overturned?
Well, unless they're not watching the same thing we are. He's safe.
Man. Then the lotto numbers are 21. Let me write these down. 21, 21. No, 21. Okay.
3.
3. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
3. How about we go 20, 23, 25, 3, 21, all 20s. We'll drop a 10 in there just for dress.
I think this enough visible evidence to overturn this. It was a heck of an effort by Jalen Flores.
It was so close in real time, but when we saw it from an angle above, the ball was still a foot or two.
Here comes the call. Joe Harris comes out. Says the runner's safe at first base with an infield hit. Third hit for Cal Poly in the game. What a great effort. And a nice use of the review by Larry Lee, head coach, third base coach as well. Casillas will step in, shortstop for the Mustangs. Mission Viejo, California. Second team in 2023, Big West. Throw over. Hoyland back in.
The infield hit would give Hoyland his first hit of the season.
Yeah. Rembrandt outside corner for a strike. Senior. Casillas steps back in. Tied him up and quickly out in front 0-2. Liner off of Howard. Here comes O'Dowd. Can he make a play? 1-4-3, get the out. How is Howard? He looks like he's okay. That ball was right off of his body. Inning. Galvan, the sophomore from Sinton. Longhorn catcher will step in. Off to a great start. He's homered. 6 hits on the season already. 3 ribbies. That ball hit him. Caught him in the elbow on a breaking ball. So a leadoff base runner for the Longhorns.
Texas had something going there in the first. Had a couple on. Ryan Baum made some good pitches. Got a couple strikeouts to get out of the inning, but now getting himself in trouble again. Hitting the first batter of the inning.
This next pitch is his 30th already in the game.
And 1 inning. 1+.
Max Ballou steps in. First career homer for the sophomore from Toledo yesterday. Off of the fist. Go to second for 1. Relay to first. Not in time. Good effort to turn the double play by Finn that time. He did a nice job with his footwork. But they only get the lead out.
Started getting himself into throwing position, then did use his feet. A quick turn. Didn't think for a second they might go to second with that one. He made the quick turn and throw.
Casey Borba will step in. Freshman from Santa Ana, California. Hit an absolute crushed a ball earlier in the year.
Yeah, it was 400 feet over that opponent's bullpen out there. It was way out of here.
The 0-1. Foul back. Quickly 0-2. Set and the 0-2 delivery. This ball ripped back up the middle. Just absolutely smoked Runners at first and second now with one out.
That's called chunk and duck right there. Just try to get out of the way of that one, and lucky that you do. You really don't have any time as a pitcher with that ball coming back at you. Unfortunately for him, he was able to duck out of the way of it.
Another talented true freshman from Los Angeles will step in. Preseason freshman of the year. Will Gasparino will step in. Breaking ball downstairs, smothered by Stafford. Long pause, the 1-0. Slider in there for a strike. Count evens.
Either backed up or stayed inside right there on Gasparino. Got away with one.
Bomb set. Almost going in behind with a snap throw. Borba does a nice job to go ahead and get down and slide in, make sure you're safe, even if you don't draw a throw. You don't want that back pick.
Just getting that secondary lead, looking at the runner in front of him in case of a double steal. Then had to get back.
Out in front of a breaking ball. Well, all the sliding pits here are natural surface, so you're not going to get that dirt, but it's always good to play a game when your uniform's got some dirt on it.
Just go waller around on the mound.
Yeah, just make it look like you were involved anyway, even if you're not. The 2-2. Just gets a piece of it, keeps it alive. Three for 7 on the year. Runners in scoring position. Frozing. Third strikeout for the Mustang right-hander.
On the outside corner. Came back a little bit at the end. Stafford a good job receiving it, presenting it right on the corner.
Back to the top of the order. JT walked his first time up. Really good numbers to start the season, as you can see right there. OPS at 1,400 at this point, slugging at 833. He's already pounded out 13 hits this season.
Scored 10 times.
And oh, by the way, he's 7 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Change up, just catches the corner. The 1-1. This is outside.
Really living outside with Jared Thomas in this at bat. Be careful with that one.
Yeah, because
that breeze going.
Yeah, he goes with it as good as anybody. Hitters count here 2-1. To right, but playable. Over, puts it away, and ends the inning. Longhorns threaten again.
Not yet.
Not at the dish, because the dish will be hot when we get to May and June, that's for sure.
Oh, got the boots going.
Yeah, absolutely. Another great crowd. It's going to approach somewhere around 23,500 to 24,000 this weekend. Wow. Here at the dish, Murray will step in. Rips this ball to left. The 4th hit for the Mustangs here. Howard's done a nice job with traffic because he's had traffic.
Another first pitch swinging right there. Get his base hit to left, solid base hit to left. Each pitcher working through traffic in the first 2 innings.
Dode will step in. Zach Jr. San Diego as he steps in. Bunts back out in front. Howard will go to first base on the sacrifice. 1-3 if you're scoring. So back to the top of the order.
Well, get that runner over there with the top of the order coming up. Looking for your first run of the weekend. First hit with a runner in scoring position.
You and I sat and visited with Steve Rodriguez a little bit, head coach at Pepperdine for extended period of time, more than 12 years or so. And he talked about that you just have to play that style out there because of what happens in the evening with the moisture and the heavy air.
Ball doesn't carry.
So because of that, you know, most of the West Coast schools, when they come in, they will sacrifice, try to put and be all around offense, not looking for as many crooked numbers. They're just looking to get a run or two.
Cody Howard now 7 for 10 first pitch strikes. Missed with the first one, came right back with a solid pitch right there.
Oh for 17. Zeke, it's tough to win ball games with that number.
Well, let's see some water flying in the air when that run scores if they get a base hit.
Well, it's been a while since Texas has given up a run. Back-to-back shutouts. 2 innings in this game and then 1 inning in the.
They gave up a run in the 8th inning Tuesday. That was the last run.
Working on their 22nd inning without surrendering a run. Could give up one here. Are they going to hold the runner? With this arm, I would. And they do.
Well, there's a base hit with the runner in scoring position, but hit well enough. And with the arm of Max Blue, they had to hold the runner at third base.
1 for 18 now. This weekend, this is only the 4th runner, Zeke, that has reached third base for Cal Poly. Finn steps in. He singled his last time up. 1 gone in the inning. First pitch misses downstairs for ball 1.
But besides base hits, there's only been, what, 4 balls hit to the outfield all weekend in the air.
There's not a fly ball out today.
Not today.
The 1-0. Way upstairs. Good hitters count now coming for Finn. Longhorns at double play depth in the infield. Slider misses downstairs.
You're hoping to get a swing right there with the 2-0 slider. Now you put yourself in a deep hole. Now 3-0.
Well, question is, you've been pretty good at all day long. Is this a situation where you would turn Finn loose?
I think he's a good enough hitter where you take a strike, but you should see a fastball pretty much down the middle.
Was taking all the way. Steele's decent speed at first.
You got to be careful with the fastball. First at bat, like Steele did with that single, likes to shoot it to right. And there's a big hole over there when they're holding Steele on first.
3-1. There goes the runner. Throw to second base. Is it not in time, but he slid off of the bag. Flores does a great job of keeping the tag down on him. And when he slides off the bag, he's out.
Yeah, if you just swipe tag and bring your glove up, he's going to be safe. But right here, has to go up to get the ball and then kept it on him right there. And he does come off the base. Correct call. Joe Harris right on top of that one.
It's the out. Second base. 3-1. 3-2, excuse me, to Finn. On the ground. Got a chance to get out of it. And Texas does. First and third. One out. And get out of the inning. We go to the bottom, though.
Or birds in the tree.
Well, that's a good point, too.
Yeah.
Nothing game. We play here bottom of third. Glad you're with us. No runs, 5 hits already for Cal Poly, but nothing on the board. Texas, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. Second time through the order. Powell will lead it off. He's singled. And he crushes this one to right. Get out of town, Peyton Powell.
It's like he knows the exact distance to hit the baseball. It has some top spin on it. It's 365 to right center field gap, 374 feet for Peyton Powell, 103 off the bat. His third of the season. Texas takes the 1-0 lead.
This great extension and flexibility in the lower part of that body.
Quick bat coming through that zone.
Texas gets on the board. Porter Brown will step in. First pitch in there for a strike, and the top of this order continues, Zeke, to do damage.
And every game, swinging the bats, driving in runs, and now the third home run for Peyton Powell.
Bombs 0-1. Do it buying above the letters. Senior Robinson with the curtain call a while ago.
Just kind of stays,
third of the year.
Stays even keel.
Upstairs. 1-2 to Porter. Trying to go with that pitch away, fouls it back. Steps back in. The 1-2 again. Out to short. To Cease up with it in time to get Porter Brown. Flores will come to the plate. Strikeout victim his first time up. Sophomore steps in. Sky to center, looking up in the sun. Going to be a tough play for Steeles at the wall, able to come down with it right up against the Yeti yard. It is an offensive day. That ball's good. Stayed in the ballpark just barely.
Kept carrying. Good job by Steeles keeping an eye on it with the sunglasses on. The ball just kept carrying, and that's after the play. Hoyland had a little fun out there with the Yeti yard. Almost gets there.
Yeah, he was. He was probably hearing it coming right back at him, too. As O'Dowd steps in. Strikeout victim his first time up was Jack. Outside for ball one. Bomb set. Skied left side. Souvenir. Now, look what I got.
Okay, you can have it.
Okay. Little brother got it.
I said you can look at it. You can't have it.
Yeah, so you can look at it.
Mom.
1-1, no doubt. On the ground foul. Philip Miller with a bobble. We'll get it on.
He launches it way up there, too.
Made a nice catch. Look at that. Just can't get over it.
Yeah, you can look at it.
1-2, no doubt. Back on top of the clamshell. We were mentioning it earlier, but our second Texas Tuesday of the year. As St. John's comes to town on Tuesday night, 6:30. First pitch. We'll have it for you here on LHN. Downstairs. And then a week from Tuesday, there's a game coming to town as well.
A team down Highway 21.
90 miles away.
Yeah. They wear maroon.
They do.
They're fighting Texas Aggies.
That's who it'll be. Left side, good at bat from O'Dowd, fighting off a couple of good pitches. And then how quick it happens. Zeke, after that, the next weekend, March 5th, we do take on the Aggies here, and then you turn around that weekend, Texas goes to Texas Tech and conference plays underway.
Last year in the Big 12.
The Big 12. Foul. Pitch count really rising. 57 now for Baum. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming.
A lot of lengthy at-bats.
Into the bat, foul.
The 6th at-bat of this game for Texas, where they've had 6+ pitches.
That'll add that number up in a hurry. One hat just won't work. Sometimes you need two. Chased a high, hard one. That ends the inning. 4th strikeout for Baum.
Peyton Powell getting that home run, his 3rd of the year.
Galvan was hit by the pitch on the first pitch he saw his last time up. 60th pitch of the ball game. The Cal Poly right-hander. First pitch slider in there for a strike, and there is activity. Tossing in the Mustang bullpen. Jacob Torres, we have seen him in this series. Upstairs, count evens.
So Torres Friday night came in and pitched 2 innings after Jacob Wright. Gave up a couple hits and 1 run.
The 1-1. Just missed downstairs. Good location in that bender. Didn't get the call. So it's 2-1. Behind in the count, breaking ball. Fooled Galvan.
We've seen a lot of that from the Cal Poly pitchers this weekend. When you got confidence in it, that's what you have to throw it behind, to get it close. Not down the middle, not just off the plate. Exact spot that slider was.
Count goes full.
Another lengthy at bat.
Pitch count has elevated for Baum. We'll do it again. If the scenario that you're talking about's right, this should be a breakable.
He's been throwing them 3-2.
Yep. Fourth full count for Baum. Here comes the payoff. Slider chopped on the ground to short. Casillas is up with it. Galvan stumbled out of the box. Let's take a look around the Big 12. Zeke, there's a lot of things happening. Big series, UCLA and TCU.
Cougars undefeated.
Cougars off to a great start. They are playing St. John's today. That moving St. John's coming up here for Tuesday. And then how about this one last night? You were talking to me in the dugout before the game, and Oklahoma State wins the game 2-1.
25 strikeouts.
25 strikeouts Arkansas pitching had in the game.
Arkansas has 48 strikeouts in 2 games this weekend, and they're 1-1.
This ball ripped down the line. If it stays fair, it's trouble. Into the corner. Hooked foul from Ballou.
Hogs got some power arms this year.
As a matter of fact, Houston and St. John's tied right now 4 apiece in the 4th inning. Down in H-Town.
The Red Storm trying to get 1 down there in Houston. A lot of red down there.
Yeah, between those 2 teams, there is a lot of red on that field. I bet there's a gray uniform involved in it.
Yeah.
Fastball outside corner. It's quickly 0-2. Fouls this ball back. How about this right here, Zeke? Opposite field.
First hit of the year and first home run of the career for Max Ballou. Just under 400 feet to the opposite side.
Steps back in here, 0-2. Fastball misses outside, 1-2. The 1-2 to Ballou. Laid off that one. Count evens. 71 pitches now for Baum.
3 1/3 innings. Torres ready in the bullpen.
2 right-handers scheduled for Texas. Nice job of staying back on a changeup and going the other way. Nice piece of hitting right there from Max Ballou.
Dode off the line. Casillas shaded up the middle. Would have been right where Casillas would normally play, past the diving third baseman. Over near the shortstop's normal spot. Shift doesn't work that time.
Yeah, nice nice job, though, to see a young hitter go with an off-speed pitch.
Like it. Let's see, home run might have got him going now. Got 2 knocks on the season, does Max Blue.
Borba steps in. Rifled one to center his first time up. We know he's got great power. First career knock was a home run. Lines this ball foul. Young man gets in the box, ready to go. Bomb set. The 0-1. Fastball misses outside. There goes the runner, a little hit and run. This ball hit well to right. Playable looking up into the sun. Blue back to the bag.
Got it out there, just not deep enough. Blue was off. Made good contact now, but 2 outs in the inning for Texas.
Gasparino will step in. Strikeout victim his first time up. There is a term that you and I have talked about many times. Sometimes you can be effectively wild, and that's sort of what Baum's been. And now on the way to the mound, it might be the end. He's at 75 pitches. We'll see what happens.
We made the point to the bullpen. Left-hander will be coming in.
So we will have a pitching change here. 75 pitches.
Just riding the storm just to get to that far.
Torres throws 1 pitch, the ball to third. Dode's offline, but tagged by York. That's a nice play by York to get the out. We go to the 5th. Texas with a 1-0 lead. And Charlie Sheen came into the game. Well, Ray Wiley Hubbard's song Snake Farm is Jared Thomas' walk-up song, and they got the opportunity to meet. JT got a Longhorn jersey with Snake Farm on the back of it. He walks to the plate here. JT will lead it off. He is 0 for 1 in this one. 1-0 Texas lead, bottom of the 5th. Torres, his first full inning work, he came on through 1 pitch, got an out in the 4th. First pitch in there for a strike. So 3 lefties in a row due for Texas here. Thomas, Powell, and Brown. Slider misses outside. Count evens. Snake Farm.
Kind of fits him. Looks like he put on some snake boots and he'll go looking for him. There's one reason why you wear snake boots, so you don't get bit by snakes.
That's exactly right. One of my favorite pastimes in the world is to hunt quail. There's not many left in Texas, but you gotta prepare for it.
You gotta wear them.
Yeah. The 1-2. Breaker ball misses outside, and it's 2-2. The 2-2. Lashed foul. I think one of the other things you're seeing in Thomas after he moved in the leadoff spot is patience, and then his other part is his ability to fight off nasty pitches, to get to a pitch that the pitcher makes a mistake with.
It's been comfortable in that leadoff spot.
Just like that, stayed with it, goes the other way. Excellent at bat from Thomas. 7-game hitting streak for JT.
5 hits today for Texas, 4 by left-handers. 2 of the left-handers have done that, gone the opposite field with those singles.
Well, Peyton Powell's had a perfect day. Singled and homered. See the numbers for JT since moving into that leadoff spot. Fantastic.
I showed him the other day, it was 406 and 35. So obviously the run total is going to go up, but batting better than 400. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Throw over. Thomas back in safely. As I said, Powell 2 for 2 as he steps in. That's the lone run of this game. Solo shot to right. Torres with a long look in, now set. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Bunted, perfectly planted. Confusion, nobody covering third. Here goes Thomas around to third. Did he get there? He did not. Nice recovery to come back and get an out. That was great hustle by Cassis.
I think right there, Jared Thomas is going to get close to second, sees no one there, and thinks if they throw the ball to first, he's going to make it to third very easily, but there's no throw, so now whoever can get there, and Casillas right there, catches it on the run. See, if he makes that throw, it's easy. He's getting to third on the run, having a turnaround. That's just a very good play right there.
Fouled away.
Went down as a hit.
I would, yes.
And then the 1-6 on the putout.
That was great hustle by Casisa. He was at second base to cover second, sees it and anticipates it, and then it's hard to hit a running target.
Catch it on the run and tag on the run.
Back in safely. Off at the end of the bat to right. Coming on is Murray for the second out of the inning. Flores will step in. He's 0 for 2. He struck out. Fly to deep center field onto the warning track. Last time up. Torres with a snap throw. Powell back in safely. Both teams with 6 hits. We've had some base runners, but just not enough to push runs across.
Being aggressive on the base pass. Had 3 thrown out on the base pass, 2 at third base. 1 for each team.
Downstairs for ball 1.
That change up. It's the 6th game for Cal Poly, 4th appearance for Jacob Torres.
Hitters count now coming. Chop this ball foul. And it's 2-1. Everybody straight away and deep, wind blowing out to left, and what we thought would be an offensive day. We've had 1 run on the board. It's on the ground. The second, Finn goes to first, and that ends the opportunity for Texas in the 5th. We go to the 6th. 1-0 Longhorns. You just look at those numbers, a lot of zeros in that line.
You got to like that. 7 hits, all singles off of Cody Howard. 5+ is a career high. No walks, 3 strikeouts. Really outstanding right there for Max Grubbs, building off that relief appearance last week. He's going to give way to Max Grubbs, a sophomore out of Arlington, Texas. He warmed up a little bit yesterday. Didn't come in the ball game, but in right now with the runner on first base.
He's 1-0 in the season. He came on last Sunday and earned the win. And he tried to throw over and get steals. And Steels has had a tough time on the base pass. He's been thrown out at third. He's been thrown out at second. So it's been a tough day on the base pass for Jake Steels. Chop foul. Let's take a look at this. First one is a great throw by Max Ballou.
Well, it had to be. Had to be strong and had to be accurate to get Steels right there. A good tag by Peyton Powell. And then on a steal attempt, he's safe, but then he slides off the bag. Foot comes off the base, and Jalen Flores with a good tag, keeping it on Steels.
Finn flies this ball to left. Porter Brown looking up into the sun. Right on the fair foul line. Tagging, not advancing is Steele for the first out of the inning. So Grubbs comes in and does his job, gets the first guy he faces.
I think they might have asked Jake Steels to go station to station right here. You're only down 1-0. Can't afford to get thrown out too many more times on the base pass.
All weekend long, Texas pitching has done a really good job against Ryan Stafford. Stafford is a really good player. He is off to a slow start, but one of the better catchers in the country. A lot of preseason All-American teams. Played with the U.S. national team this summer, but it's been a struggle offensively for him.
There are a lot of good players in college baseball. You get at least invited to that camp for the National Collegiate team. You're something special.
Yeah, he does something special right here. This ball's down into the corner. This is going to go for extra bases. They're going to send the runner to the plate. Could be a play at the plate. Here comes the relay. In time. 7-6-3. 7-6-2 for the putout. And he's thrown out at the plate.
A good piece of hitting by Ryan Stafford. Gets it down off the left field wall, and Porter Brown will get to it and make a perfect throw right here to Jalen Flores, and Jalen Flores with the one hopper to Galvan on the money. Again, if that ball's anywhere else, Steels is going to get underneath the tag. He's going all the way, and right there gets him at home.
York steps in. That preserves the 1-0 lead. Great relay. 7-6-2 on the putout. Second extra base hit of the series was that double by Stafford. Shoot off the end of the bat foul, and it's quickly 0-2. We just talked about Jake Steele. He's got thrown out at third. He got thrown out at second. Now he got thrown out at the plate.
So if he gets a ground ball and gets thrown out at first, does that count?
Oh, it's a tough
cycle.
down.
That's not the cycle you want.
Stairs. 1-2. Boy, defense can save you, can it, Zeke?
It has in this game.
The 1-2 to York. Side back out of play.
Steals Thrown out at third on a 9-5. Got thrown out at second on a 2-6, and then a 7-6-2 on that one at home plate.
Skied. Coming on quickly as Casperino calls for it, puts it away, and the Longhorns out of it. Solo homer by Peyton Powell as Jack O'Dowd will lead it off here against Torres. First pitch swinging, skies this ball to left. Holland underneath it. Boylan, excuse me, underneath it, makes the play.
Tried to get on that first one. Hit it good, but just got underneath it.
Brings Rodlin Galvan to the plate, hit by a pitch and grounded to short in his 2 plate appearances. Sophomore from Sinton steps in. Wind is blowing out of here. Just really great pitching by both sides. 1 ball out of the ballpark.
Great defense.
And great defense. It has been great, especially Texas. Done an outstanding job. They've recorded outs on the base paths at second, third, and at the plate.
All in the same guy.
One and one now to Galvan. Took something off that. Had him out in front. It's 1-2. Right-hander is going with a purpose in the Texas bullpen.
Looks like Gage Baum.
Inside with a slider. Count evens. The 2-2. Way upstairs. Max Ballou awaits on deck. Torres set. On the ground to short. Casillas up with it. Across the diamond in time. 2 quick outs for Texas here in the 6th. As Ballou is scheduled and he will stay in the game and come to hit. Singled to left and reached on a fielder's choice. 1 for 2. Outside for ball 1. Big swing, fouled it straight back. He'd like to have that one back. Upstairs, 2-1. Way outside. Hitters count now 3-1. Dropped a little breaking ball in there for a strike.
Yeah, you knew that was coming from Torres right there. That's the one you want to get. You can throw the same one right here. You don't want to waste one.
Set. the payoff. To left with some carry. Down the line. Get out of town. Back-to-back days for Max Ballou.
The ball kept carrying, slicing away from Hoyland out there, then hits the top of the wall. Hit the wall right in the bullpen and then bounced over the back wall. Back to back, 348. Just enough right there. Boink. Right off the pad and went the other way. Max Ballou, what's this right here? He likes it right there. He sees it out of the ballpark. Wow. 2-hit day. Second home run. Larry Lee out the dugout.
I think he's going to make a pitching change here, as Texas has 2 runs scoring in this game, 2-0. Bottom of the 6th inning. Third and final game of this 3-game set between Cal Poly and Texas.
First meetings ever with Cal Poly and Texas.
Over 1 for 2 as he steps in. Outside, count evens. A major part of the weekend, Zeke, slugging percentage. Texas has been pretty much right at out hit, or has just about the same number of hits as Cal Poly over the weekend, but it's all about slugging percentage.
Yeah. Texas had 3 doubles on Friday night.
Pulled the string on that one.
A couple of home runs yesterday, just 2 doubles on the weekend for Cal Poly.
Now it's slugging percentage wins games. 2-2 now to Borba. Count goes full. Gasparino awaits on deck. This ball ripped to left. Texas now with 8 hits in the game, second for Borba in the game.
Quick hands.
Squared that ball up.
Yeah, he did. Second one he's hit hard. Had a hit and run. Popped up to right field, is only out. Hard single up the middle, now a hard single to left center.
That's the 3rd hit today on 3-2 count for Texas hitters.
We've seen a lot of pitches today.
Gasparino steps in 0 for 2. Freshman, Longhorn center fielder, steps in. Ness comes set. Slider misses for ball 1.
Ness, the pitcher that will throw more off speed than fastballs.
Straight change there.
Started out with a curveball, came back with a changeup.
Count evens at 1-1. Back-to-back straight changes. The 1-2. Tried it again. Nice job by Stafford. Keep it in front. Count evens at 2-2. Laid off. Borba will be off with the pitch here. Another 3-2 count.
hitter that's come up this innings had a full count.
Sure has. There goes the runner. Straight change, had him out in front, gets the strikeout. But damage done by Texas. Max Ballou, homer. We go to the last third of the ball game. 2-0 already for JT. Powell steps in. First pitch in there for a strike. Longhorns trying to separate right now here in the bottom of the 7th. Change up upstairs. This happened back in the 3rd inning, leading it off. Zeke.
Well, got this one. It's 365 to the gaps right there, and he hit it just 374. Enough. His 3rd of the season for Peyton Powell.
Counts. There goes Thomas. Throw to second base is offline into center field. Thomas with his 5th bag of the year.
They got a big jump. He's halfway down there before Stafford. Stafford had to rush to try to at least make it close, and throws it offline.
Texas has scored and leads here 2-0, but have not gotten a base hit with a runner in scoring position on the day today. Everything has come via the long ball. 2-1 pitch. Powell fouled it back. Count evens at 2-2. Powell steps back in. Long pause. Breaking ball misses.
You got to sit off speed here. He throws the good changeup and curveball, and that he throws that more than his fastball. So why wouldn't you throw one of your best pitches that you think is? Because you throw it more often in this situation.
Set the payoff. Powell to right. This has got a chance. Get out of town. 4th time this season.
Again, Peyton Powell. This one goes 7 feet further, 381 feet over the right field wall, 96 off the bat, a 2-run home run. Big 12 came into the game tied in RBIs with the Big 12. I think this one might take the lead. His 3rd RBI of the day and 2nd home run, a curtain call for Peyton Powell.
In the top of the order has just been outstanding for Texas. Watch this extension on this ball away from him. That's keeping those hands back.
Staying away, reached out. Hit it well. I mean, the 2nd of the day, perfect on the day. Single, 2 singles, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs.
All 4 runs scored today for Texas via the long ball.
Slugging percentage.
We'll give you the new pitcher when we come back. Texas now out in front, 4-0. It's come on the home run.
Yeah, they have it.
And you look at the new pitcher coming into the game is Tanner Saguspi. Saguspi is a sophomore, 6', 200-pounder, California native. He comes on here to Peyton Powell. But listen to these numbers from Peyton Powell. Excuse me, as Porter Brown will step in.
Well, the 4 hits for Peyton today is a career high. All right, 2nd career game with 2 home runs. He had one last season against Texas Tech.
What a weekend for the senior from Robinson, Texas.
Saguspi came in the game Friday night, faced 2 hitters, struck them both out. Got a yacker, got a big yellow hammer.
He got a yellow hammer. Brown quickly down. Here 0-2. Lays off of that one. One and two to Porter. On the ground to his right. Finn has it, fires to first. Nice defensive play there for the first out here in the 7th. Flores will come to the plate. 0 for 3 in the ball game. He has struck out, fly deep to center.
I'd take a look down there at third again. I would. Caden Perlman, a lefty for Cal Poly, will start throwing.
First pitch breaking ball. Flores misses for ball 1. Chop foul. Count evens. The 1-1. This ball hit well to left. Get out of town. All 5 runs via the home run ball.
That one over the Yeti yard. Up on the berm. 424 feet. 105 off the bat for Jalen Flores. Went down and got it. Breaking ball. Saguspi has a good one, and Flores had to go down and get that one and barreled it up. All 5 RBIs, runs on the home run ball today. 4th home run for Texas.
Jack O'Dowd will step in. First pitch in there for a strike. Wow, we have had some explosive couple of innings now. On the ground, York, nice play. Diving to his right, underhanded. And takes away extra bases from Jack O'Dowd. That was a nice play by Joe York.
Very nice play by the big man down there. Gets by him, is going to get in the corner. Just lays out. Garden line, off the line a little bit. Gets it right there. It was a fair ball. Good job, Saguspi, getting over there.
Galvan steps in. 0 for 2 as he steps in. To the end of the bat, foul for strike 1. Break a ball in there for a strike. Well, we talked about it was a good day to hit. Yes. A couple of these balls have been would go on any day.
Yeah, they've been hitting them good. That one by Flores, 424 feet.
Alban the other way. Nice piece of hitting there. Stays back on that breaking ball.
Yeah, well, pulled off the first one. Cued it out there, but stayed back nicely on that one. Shooting it out to right.
Max Ballou will step in. He is homered today. Singled and reached on a fielder's choice. So he's 2 for 3 as he steps in. That was the 12th hit of the day by Longhorn hitters. Downstairs, this happened opposite field. for Max Ballou.
Off the plate line drive, just enough. Right up the top of the front of the bullpen and then bounced over the bullpen.
Last 4 at bats, he has homered twice. Outside. And it's 2-0. Hitters count here. 2 outs.
This is a young man, Max Ballou, gained some confidence.
Yes, he is.
You saw the power we've seen in the last 2 days. And what an asset in right field with that arm.
Tremendous throwing arm. Upstairs. And it's 3-0.
Let it eat right here.
Ooh, man's been hot. He's giving out lotto numbers. I think he looks, he was hitterish, if that's a term.
Did he know he has power in the opposite field? Got 2 home runs this year, both the opposite field.
The 3-1. Downstairs, ball 4. So a couple on. Borba will come to the plate. He's had a good ball game, 2 for 3 on his day. Frisbee's set, ready to go here. First pitch to Borba. Outside for ball 1. Just misses. Hitters count now 2-0. Downstairs. And here's another one.
Struggling with command. Back-to-back 3-0 counts.
Shadow almost halfway out between the mound and home plate, and the 3-0 delivery. Inside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks. And Texas has them loaded here.
Ninth hitter to come to the plate, Larry Lee out of the dugout. Walking to the mound. Has called for the bullpen. Big left-hander, got his work cut out right here. Bases loaded. And 2 outs, looking to get that last out of the inning. Texas on the season, 3 for 13 with the bases loaded and 1 grand slam. That would be an opening night by Jalen Flores. Gasparino coming up, over 1 with the bases loaded. 9th
batter of the frame for Texas with them loaded. Zeke told you. Perlman set. First pitch to Gasparino. In there for a strike.
91 miles an hour fastball.
Really struggled warming up. And if you're seeing that on the side in the on-deck show, you say, well, man, I might be take one.
He's not going to be close.
And he paints. This is outside. Count evens at 1-1. True freshman, left-hander. Catches his own, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 delivery. Got him. With the strikeout, that ends the inning, but not before damage done. A 3 spot in the. Haven't surrendered any runs. Defense has been good.
Yeah, they've only given up a couple extra base hits on the weekend, allowing them to singles, but defense has been the story in this game, especially on keeping them from scoring a run. Texas pitching looking really good this weekend, and now see Tumas making his third appearance as the freshman.
And he'll be facing a pinch hitter. Dylan Kordick will be the pinch hitter. Will come on and hit for Dode. So it'll be the 9, 1, and 2 spots due for Cal Poly. Junior from San Pedro, California. Got to check him in. Check him into the game. So he will be the pinch hitter.
If you don't check in, you go up there and hit, you're hitting out of order.
You're hitting out of order. First pitch misses up and away for ball 1. Three for 11 on the season so far for the junior. Downstairs, 2-0. Right at the bottom of the zone, in there for a strike. Chop foul. Tumas back in the count now at 2-2. Not started the pitch clock. It's strange when the starting time. I thought you explained to me that when you're on the dirt part, the clock should start.
It started. It was like at 18, and then it restarted. Not sure why. You can't really call timeout, can you?
I don't think so. Full count now to the pinch hitter. Chopped on the ground, foul. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming. Only the 3rd full count of the game by Texas pitching. Getting outs quickly. Down the left field line and look out.
Shane Medini.
Just look out.
Whizzing right by his head. Look at this. Look out.
He was trying to decide which way to go.
Was it fair or foul?
He couldn't tell you. The payoff again. This ball hit pretty well to left, but playable for Porter Brown for the first out of the inning. So back to the top of the order. Steels has had a great day at the plate, a tough day on the base pass.
He's 3 for 3.
He's had a great day offensively, 3 singles. This to right with some carry. Ballou looking up into the sun, but able to run it down for the second out of the inning.
Ethan Marmee, the right-handed freshman, getting loose for Cal Poly.
Ryan Finn steps in with 2 outs, nobody on. Finn, 1 for 3 on the day. Downstairs, ball 1. Lined right at O'Dowd, who makes the play and ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Texas out in front, 5-0. Here for the first time this weekend, he is the guy that they were going to close with, that they've gotten a lead and just hadn't had a chance to pitch all weekend.
Yeah, got to get some throwing in. Get out there, get some competition. Talked about the power arm. He was throwing in warm-ups 95 to 97, doing 88-mile-an-hour sliders. So yeah, power arm is correct.
As the Steak Farm comes to the plate, the Snake is 2 for 3 today. Another outstanding day. He just keeps scoring runs and getting base hits and reaching base. So 2 for 3 as he steps in. In there for a strike. Thomas steps back in. First 2 pitches in the mid-90s from the big right-hander.
You can see that. Big. Seen a lot of tall pitching this weekend.
A couple of power forwards, 6'7", 6'8". Off speed misses. 2-1 to Thomas. Challenged it, threw him by. The count evens at 2-2.
Trying to do something with that 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
But one thing I can tell you, you can't swing harder. You got to swing quicker. Upstairs.
Yeah. 95 will take care of the rest of it.
Yeah. Don't have to swing harder. Just have to swing quicker. 3-2 now to Thomas. The payoff. Ripped down into the corner. This is going to go for extra bases. Thomas on his way to second with his 3rd hit of the day. Stand-up double here in the bottom of the 8th.
Like yesterday. First 2 times up, and Friday. Didn't do much at the plate, but after that, swinging the bat well. 0 for 1, walked his first at bat, but since 2 singles and a double. 5th of the season for Jared Thomas.
The first 2 hitters in this lineup, ladies and gentlemen, have 7 hits. Thomas with 3 of them. The guy right behind him walking up, 2 homers, 4 hits on the day as he steps in. So between them, 7 knocks, 7 of the 13 hits, the first 2 guys in the lineup for Texas. That ball gets away inside. Just see Powell. This first one's just really nice piece of hitting. Just dropping down. First pitch of an inning. And the second time, did a nice job working the count. Got a ball he can handle. Got it out of the yard.
Well, got that one.
Infield drawn up. Pitch misses outside. Powell has 5 consecutive hits in his last 5 plate appearances. Infield drawn up. Foul back out of play. And a 2-0 pitch. Powell, as you can see, outstanding with runners in scoring position. .15 RBIs on the year for Powell as he steps in here. That ball gets away. That's back to the screen. Here comes Thomas. And he'll score in what's probably a pass ball. See how they score that. It is a pass ball. Longhorns now scored in their 3rd consecutive inning and lead now here 6-0.
That went off the glove of Stafford.
3-1 to Powell. To left with some carry, playable and put away for the first out of the inning. And brings Porter Brown to the plate. 0 for 3 on the day with a walk. Pitch, chop foul at the plate. You face these guys sometimes, well, I just say it, most of the closers that I knew that were getting work never had good stuff. It's something about that. You know, now if they come in and they need to save an inning, it seems like they're getting their people out.
You see it all the time. I mean, at the major league level, guys will come in to get work on a Sunday like this, and all of a sudden they're 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. They might get out of it, but it's like, wait a minute.
That's not the same guy we see when it's a 1-0 game.
Or I hope it isn't.
Yeah, well, they won't be in that role if it is. Pitch misses inside. Hall of Famer. Played with a few Hall of Famer closers. Lee Smith would be the perfect one. If Lee was just getting work, that's when you wanted to face him. Because if it meant he needed 3 outs, you weren't going to get him very often. Pitch misses up and away. 3-1. Outside corner, and it's a full count.
Said that a few times today for Cal Poly pitching. A lot of pitches in this game.
Yes,
Texas taking lengthy at bats.
Off of the fist, foul. Just fighting it off.
3-2 slider there. Well, fastball in, maybe cutter.
It ran in. Porter steps back in. Foul tip held on to for the strikeout. As Flores will come to the plate. Homered his last time up. 1 for 3 on the day. 1 for 4, excuse me, on the day. Down and away for ball 1. Comes up empty. Right side. Wynn will push this back toward the field of play, but not far enough. And it's 1-2. Back out of play again.
Andre Duplantier has been throwing the entire inning down there. He's now joined by another right-hander, but I think might see Dre in the ninth.
Upstairs, count evens at 2-2. Upstairs, and it's a full count.
25th pitch coming up for Marming.
Outside, ball 4. So Flores with the 2-out walk. And O'Dowd will come to the plate. Hit a rocket his last time up. York at first base took it away from him. That ball fouled off for strike 1. Upstairs, count evens. Inside. Velocity helps you as a pitcher, but you still got to command it.
It always helps. You can't throw it on the plate or just close to the strike zone. Doesn't do anything.
3-1 now to O'Dowd. Chop foul. Flores will be off with the pitch. Souvenir. Nice catch on the other end.
Without a glove.
Philip Miller with a nice, easy delivery.
Threw it right over the linebacker.
Dropped it in front of the safety.
Yep.
The payoff. Popped up left side, back out of play. The 3-2 again. Foul back. Jalen Flores is getting his running in. He'll head back to first base. Pitch misses, ball 4. So back-to-back walks here. Galvan will be the hitter. Stafford out to outside for ball 1. This ball ripped up the middle. Here comes Flores. He'll come in to score. 7-0 Texas.
Second hit of the game for Galvan. Hits this one hard, right past the shortstop. That ball right on the button.
We're going to have a pitching change. Galvan drives in the 7th run of the game. Larry Lee comes out. The double by Thomas. Walk by Flores. Both of those guys have come in to score after the base hit by Galvan. First pitch to Blue is in there for a strike. Max has had a good day. He is 2 for 3, including his 2nd career homer.
Just another tall pitcher. I mean, 6'7". These guys are amazing how tall they are.
He's a small forward at 6'7". He's just a small forward. This ball hit well to right, picking up into the sun, able to run it down and put it away is Murray. As we go to the 9th, Texas 3 outs away from a sweep of the series. As Brown will come on to pinch hit, Elk Grove, California Jr. from the left side to face Easton Toomas out here. And the other part we've got to talk about, Texas now 27 consecutive shutout innings out of this pitching staff. First pitch up and away for ball 1.
There's been opportunities for Cal Poly to get on the board. Most of the time, a lot of times, the pitchers have made pitches and got out of the innings, but defense has been a story as well. Not giving them an opportunity. Mostly you get to third base. There haven't been too many players, Cal Poly players, to get to third base this weekend.
I think they've had 5 guys at third base the entire series. It's 2-0 here to Brown as he'll lead it off. And pitches upstairs. And it's 3-0. Wyatt King is out in the on-deck circle. Maybe the next pinch hitter. On a 4-pitch walk. Peyton Powell, just an outstanding game.
Yeah, I mean, all 3 of those lefties right there. Peyton Powell, a couple home runs. Max Blue with his 2nd of the year, 2nd of his career, and JT just keeping going. 3 hits, a couple runs scored.
Wyatt King will be the pinch hitter as he comes on to pitch hit for York. So Toomas set with Brown at first. In there for a strike. Hagachi is the on-deck hitter. We will see a string of pinch hitters here. Top of the 9th. Slider in there for a strike, and quickly it's 0-2. Got him with a slider. Well, and also when you have shutout baseball going on, a lot of times the defense doing a lot of good things. This is a great relay.
We've had runners thrown out at second, thrown out at third. That a perfect relay and a perfect throw by Flores in there to Galvan to keep that shutout streak. Started off by that man.
27 straight innings without allowing a run of any kind. She steps in, first pitch in there for a strike. Catcher, Hawaii native. Max steps back in. On the ground, Powell, one play is to first, makes it, and the second out of the inning. Hoyland will be the hitter, 1 for 3 as he steps in. Downstairs for ball 1. Chop foul. Count evens. Clock is running. Tumas looks down again and comes set. Upstairs. 2-1.
Got him lining up down the right side, getting ready to run the bases after the game.
Man, it's time. You're not sliding. You gotta hit the inside corners. Keep going. Good inside corner. Speaking of inside corners,
that was right on the inside corner.
Longhorn fans to their feet here. Tumas set. The 2-2. Fouled off his foot. Even though it's a warm day, that still hurts.
Go right back in there with a slider.
Oh, you mean guys on the mound. Ready to go again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Got him with the breaking ball for the strikeout. And the 3rd consecutive shutout by Texas pitching. It's the first time that Texas has done that, sweeping all 3 games of a series in a shutout since 2002 versus UT RGV, at that time called UT Pan American. But a first